Alright, whenever y'all want to knock. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Clubhouse. Come on in. Shoes off. Hey guys, my name's CRSPY. I've been DJing for about 5 years now, but in the music scene for probably about 15. Really got into it just back in the day, trading tracks with my friends and my brother, just making playlists and sharing bangers. But over COVID, when like everything kind of shut down, New York kind of took a turn back towards its like underground roots in the scene. And that's kind of where I sort of taught myself to DJ and started throwing these kind of private underground parties on rooftops and the Williamsburg Bridge. It just kind of stepped up from the first one I ever went to that my homie threw. Like it was socially distant, like everybody had masks on. It was like the first summer after COVID, so it was like intentionally small. And then like when we revisited the idea, we wanted to scale it and invite more people. So we like pooled some more speakers. Like I brought my DJ equipment out, like brought some lights out. Like every week that we did it, we just kind of brought more and more equipment, and like the community grew from there. And so what originally started as a little pop-up with a friend and a few Bluetooth speakers and some blinky lights transformed into this like big event that international artists reach out for. People ask about all the time. And yeah, it's snowballed from there. People that were just traveling across the bridge on their way back from work would pull up, and they would know to come back every Wednesday because it was like a weekly occurrence. Like it was clockwork that first year or two. But now it's like this hot spot where people know about it, and there's a lot of people throwing events there now, and it's a little bit diluted. So we kind of try to have to keep it a little bit more low key and under wraps. So it went from small and like tell everybody about it to like, all right, we have to like keep this a little secret gem now. But yeah, it's been an interesting transformation. It really just like all started because we were trying to put local artists on, like put my friends on in a spot where there's no pressure. It's just literally like a makeshift environment, you know? And we're just trying to catch as many sunsets as we could as like a crew. And a lot of people started coming back, and now we have like this whole collective that kind of formed from that, what we call Clubhouse now. Basically, we started this a few months after we moved into this apartment, but the vision was there like the second I saw the listing and I saw the basement. That was it. I was like, studio space, parties, private events, like this is perfect. It was like a couple months later that we started our series. Like we threw a party on New Year's Eve. It was like a soft launch, like invite only type thing. And we actually streamed the party. So that was a little test run. And like a month later, we were doing them pretty much every week, every Wednesday night until this summer when we took a break because we were touring for festivals and stuff. So it's been a real journey, to say the least. Recording 4 new artists every week, like 4K sets, the file sizes and the turnaround time and all of that, like posting content weekly on YouTube and Instagram. Like it's been a project for sure, but we've met so many people doing it, and it's really only like the first half of our first year, and we've gotten like content to get us through like the whole following year. So it's pretty incredible to see what we've done already. And we've had so many people come through here, and so many more artists like want to come through and play here. So really it's like just the start. Like our YouTube like is like a little baby account right now, but once all these sets get dropped, who knows? We'll see where we go. This is the Clubhouse studio, the three-way command center. This is my booth over here. We got Willie Beeman, Thick Boy Drewski to my right. And we kind of sectioned the rest of the room off with our mixer and our equipment here. We're pretty much ready to throw a party at any time, pre-game, after party, in addition to our like weekly Wednesday broadcasts. All right, yeah, so pretty much me and Drew were living like 1 block away from here where we currently are. And my brother was moving out, so I just like looked, saw this spot, saw like just on the post, like the basement. And if it was anything like what I thought the post could be like, I knew we had to have it. So we just like applied before we even came to see the space, checked it out. Like it was way bigger than I was expecting because you know, they always be posting like super wide angle stuff and trying to make the spot look all like AI'd out or whatever now. But immediately I was like, we need to split half of this room up and have like a studio over here and like a leisurely, loungy living room, house party kind of vibe on the other side. So even before like we got the space, like I knew exactly what we wanted to do with it. Willie calls it crispy vision. But yeah, we've been here for about 6 months, and this was like the first thing that I did before I like got my room set up or anything else. But now that I've been here for a little while and just kind of went right to it, lights went up, soundproofing went up, like the foam and everything, put some thick carpets down, some tapestries, tried to be as respectful to the neighbors as we can. The Pioneer, the Alpha Thetas, and like all of our Renegade equipment kind of is tucked away, everything has a home. We figured out our capacity pretty quick. 30 people is like a good size, some breathing room, enough room to dance. Pets can cruise around the room, say hi to everybody. But yeah, this is where we make all of our tunes and scheme up all of our party ideas. We got the disco ball aesthetic going on over here. That's actually Willie Beeman's finds. He got the UFO for me for Christmas, and then came home with this like rocket ship over here. Like I got all the disco ball planters because like I'm plant daddy, so that was my first thing, and then he kind of just picked up and rolled with it. That's the XDJ XZ. That's like the first board that I ever bought, maybe like 5 years ago now, over COVID. And there's been like a lot of people that have played on that. A lot of people. Like if I had a list, it would be pretty neat. The amount of parties that thing has been to. Diplo played on that one also, actually, yeah.
Wow.
My headphones probably have a couple stories to tell as well. We haven't really had any problems so far. We've been doing it for like what, 3 months, 4 months now, every Wednesday, and we do have a bunch of people that we don't know that come here, but it's mostly our community that we already do know bringing friends, so it's not really just like truly random people, right? Like
we missed the old, house party. That's kind of what we're bringing back with this, is having a house party, being more intimate like that. That's the reason why we made Clubhouse, is because our friends, not everyone can get booked at the Brooklyn Mirage. Here at Clubhouse, you can play whatever music you want. and there's no, restrictions from the promoter or the club itself. We encourage the DJs to play the music that they want. Try to make a safe space for women DJs, queer, gay, LGBTQ plus DJs, anyone. Try to make a safe space here for them. That's what people tell us is great about this space. There's no security here. It's still a safe space, but there's no pressure oh my God, someone's watching me, or I can't go to the bathroom.
Well, there are a lot of people watching you because there's a bunch of cameras and we're actually live streaming. Right now, we've been kind of keeping it relatively quiet and word of mouth. We've only just recently been posting more on our Instagram, and it's supposed to feel kind of like you were invited to, a house party, somebody's private event. It just happens to be our music studio where we have a bunch of equipment and make music. But I think ultimately the goal is to just keep featuring our local artist friends and friends from out of town that travel through, touring artists as they want to do their own meet and greets and pre-games and stuff, but tying it into some of the pop-ups and renegade sort of parties, eventually maybe taking over other spaces and more than 30-person capacities in our basement eventually.
Yeah, keep on the lookout for some more parties we got planned, especially the ones in New York City.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about the ones that we're planning because we don't want anybody to do them. But we got some other spots that we've been meaning to do. So yes, stay tuned. I think the best way for people to find out about these things is to just really follow us on Instagram, because we'd be posting stuff on our stories. But if you really want to know, a lot of people that are here tonight are in my Patreon. I have an account that I'll drop like guest names and little breadcrumbs and stuff like that, so people kind of get the first scoop on a bridge or a pop-up somewhere before anybody else. For anybody starting out in their music journey, really just latch on to people in the community that you vibe with personally, and work on events with people that you mesh with, and just kind of keep a circle of support. We have a bunch of friends that have 100+ people group chats on Instagram or WhatsApps or whatever, DJ networks or support chats, just local community. Your local community goes so strong. So that's basically what we're trying to build here.
Well said.
With Clubhouse. It's like a living room for local artists and other producers to kind of come and hang and meet each other and network and scheme up their own events, right?
Yeah, that's definitely the best advice for an upcoming DJ. Definitely build your community. Once you have a little community, they'll come to all your shows. They'll start telling other friends, and that's how it just snowballs from there. It's kind of how we've taken off. Shout out to the Big Apple Wooks, our friend groups, all of our homies. And yeah, thanks to them that we have all the success that we have, and it's really all up to them.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, is having really solid people around you and a safe space where people can be comfortable and get kind of weird.